Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays, Scotty the Trainer Tuesday. I'm Scotty the Trainer. You know that by now, don't you? Listen, I want to thank you for joining me, and we're continuing on. Actually, we're closing out the teaching that I've been talking about over the last few weeks. 4 anchors in life. 4 anchors in life. So here is the master story. So there were naval officers on a boat, and they were carrying hundreds of prisoners. And here's what happened. As they were coming near shore, a storm hit, and that storm rocked the boat. It caused the sea to go topsy-turvy. And so they couldn't make it straight to land, so that the ship was not torn to pieces, so that it wasn't destroyed. What they did was they threw 4 anchors out to help stabilize the boat until the storm was over. So 2 of the anchors went over the front, 2 over the back. So now you have the boat that's sitting there on the water, and it has anchors coming off the front and the back, so that no matter how the storm moves, and no matter how the rain beats down, those anchors would be deep in the ocean to hold that ship at bay until the storm passed. And that's what I've been talking about, because we need definite anchors in our life to hold us steady. We cannot stop stormy times. We can't stop the rain that comes. We can't stop blue Mondays. We can't stop bad days, because everybody has them. Into every life, a little rain must fall. So if we can't stop the storms that come in the sea of life, then we need some anchors. Well, over the last few weeks, I've talked about them. The first anchor that I talked about was strategies. We have to have a strategy. A strategy is when we decide what it is that we're going to do in life. What's our purpose? What is it that I want to do? That's the strategies. The second thing that we talked about was clarity. Clarity. Because it doesn't matter what kind of strategy you have, if you're not clear on what it is you want to do, what good is it? Clarity is the how that we're going to do it. Well, I'd like to own a restaurant. You got to be clear. What kind of restaurant do you want to own? What is it that you want to do? Well, I'd like to own my own business. What kind of business do you want? You go to a car dealership. I'd like to purchase a car. What kind of car? You can't buy all of them. You have to buy one. So clarity, very important. The third thing that we talked about, the third anchor, is your song. Your song is what happens while you're doing what it is that you want to do in life, accomplishing goals and dreams. Your song tells your life. If someone were to follow you around and watch what you do, what type of song would they write about you? Would it be a happy song? Would it be an exciting song? Or would it be blues and heart-wrenching, just a terrible, sad song? Those are 3 of the anchors. So we talked about strategies. That's the what we're going to do. We talked about clarity. That's the how we're going to do it. We talked about the song that is in your life while we're doing it. But none of these are any good without this 4th anchor. And the 4th anchor is this word: execution. Execution. Execution is actually doing what you set out to do. It is doing what you strategized. It is doing what you were clear about wanting to strategize. And it is doing whatever your song is in your life. Execution is powerful. Without it, we will not accomplish anything. The best plans can be made. The best songs can be written. The clearest story can be told. But if we don't do it, if we don't execute it, nothing happens. You know, at work, I've written on the board right now for all of our trainees in the little training area. I wrote, what good is all of your well thought out plans if you never execute them? Now let's think about this in the simplest of terms, because I like to break things down. That's why I believe people are successful in the training realm that I work in, because I try to take things that seem to be complex and break them down. Some people say, well, that makes you a simple man. You know what? If it works, it works. I'm okay with that, just so you'll know. But here's what I want to look at, the simplest of terms. Let's do this. Let's talk about just getting up and getting the kids to school. I'll use my morning. So here's my strategy. What are you going to do? I'm going to get up. I'm going to get the kids ready. Take them to school. That's the strategy. Okay, now we need some clarity. How are you going to do it? Well, I'm going to get up. I'm going to jump in the shower. I'm going to put on fresh clothes. I'm going to make sure the kids are ready, all cleaned, ready to go. We're going to get in the car, and then we're going to go. Okay, great. So that's strategy and clarity. Now, what's the song? The song is going to be, you are my sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. That's my song. Okay, that's the song. That's the song. Kids, get up. Sunshine, sunshiny day. We're going to school. We're going to learn. We're going to do what we need to do. Now, what good are those three anchors if when the morning comes, I don't, number 4, execute it? I lay in the bed. I don't get up. I don't wake the kids up. I don't take the shower. I don't get my clothes on. I don't get them ready for school. I don't help my wife out. I don't do any of that. I just lay in the bed and say, you know what? Forget everybody. I don't care what happens. No good. Listen, the strategy was there. The clarity was in place. The song was ready to be written, but nobody was there to execute the plan. And that, my friends, is where we fail. Do you know your success and my success? A lot of times I can look back and see my own personal failures or where I fell short of where I wanted to be. It wasn't because I didn't have a strategy. It wasn't because I wasn't clear about what I wanted. It wasn't even really because I didn't have the right song, because I could listen and be inspired and be pumped up and be ready, and my song could be, I can do all things. I can accomplish all things. I can conquer all giants. I'm a giant killer. But then certain things didn't happen in my life because I failed to throw that last anchor out over my boat. I failed to execute the plan. I failed. You and I will never be true successes until we first learn to own our failures. You know, I had a great opportunity to talk to a man. He's on television, has his own show, and a great opportunity. And he says this all the time. Very successful entrepreneur. Last account of his net worth was something like $8 million. And he said, until you truly own your failure, until you can look it in the face and say, that failure is mine. Until you truly own your failure, you will never be able to own your success. A lot of things in life, places, things that I missed, things I should have done, places where I should have been farther than what I am right now. I cannot blame anyone else. Oh, I had the strategy. Oh, I had the clarity. Oh, I had the great song. Man, I had a band behind me that was just playing it all up like they should. A great choir singing it up. Scottie the trainer. Scottie's the greatest. Scottie can do it all. But if Scottie doesn't execute, what good is it? There are goals and dreams and visions that will never come to pass until we step out and execute it. You can die of starvation while having food in your pantry. You can say, I don't have anything to eat, and your pantry can be full, but you have convinced yourself, well, there's nothing there. You can die of starvation with food all in your pantry because you failed to get up and execute the plan of making the meal and eating it yourself. Here's what I want to leave you with on this Tuesday. Don't fail because you don't try. Don't fail because you don't execute the plan. What is it you want to do? You want to be a better parent? Put the plan together, strategize, be clear about how you're going to do it. Build the song, sing the song, but then don't fail to execute the plan. Execute the plan. I can have the greatest dreams and the greatest goals and the greatest plan and the greatest vision and even have people come around and say, I will help you do it. But if I don't get up and reach out and tap into those resources, the plan will never happen, and it won't be anyone else's fault but mine. Execution is the most important anchor to have everything come to pass. So yes, strategize. Yes, be clear about it. Yes, build a great song. But don't forget to throw that last anchor out to bring total stability. Execute the plan. Walk it out. Take it off the shelf and get it into action. That, my friends, is how I see it. And I'm Scotty the Trainer. Thanks for joining me for Scotty the Trainer Tuesdays.